Welcome to the channel, Dr. JW, theologist since 1994. We're in the Jehovah's Witness Cult Deception series, episode 49. The Watchtower guilt structure. When shame became a form of control for the Jehovah's Witness. The bathroom light is the only light left on in the house. A brother stands at the sink staring into the mirror for several seconds longer than usual. His phone screen keeps lighting up beside him. Unread messages, meeting reminders, service arrangements for the weekend. He turns the screen face down. Somewhere deeper underneath the routine, exhaustion has already started becoming shame. In the last episode, maintaining the image slowly exhausted the Jehovah's Witness carrying it. And in this episode, the pressure changes again. The conscience itself begins turning against the person underneath the performance. And it's not through open rebellion. It's through shame, quietly. A publisher misses several meetings and immediately feels watched afterward in the congregation. Someone struggles privately with pornography, fantasy, or compulsive online behaviour, then overcompensates publicly during comments in ministry. A young sister apologises repeatedly during ordinary conversations because inwardly she already feels spiritually defective, long before anyone corrects her openly. Nothing dramatic announces the shift. The shame settles gradually into ordinary life. Because inside the Watchtower's performance-governed religious system, guilt rarely remains limited to behaviour alone. Eventually, the Jehovah's Witness begins feeling that who they are is becoming unacceptable beneath the Watchtower structure itself. The atmosphere keeps reinforcing it quietly. Meeting preparation becomes reassurance. Visible participation becomes relief. And public spirituality becomes a way of calming the private fears. For the Jehovah's Witness, they begin reaching for routine, not always because peace exists internally, but much rather because the routine now brings the peace internally. And it's not supposed to. It's because the routine temporarily reduces the weight sitting underneath the conscience. Watchtower culture repeatedly connects spiritual safety and protection and strength to visible consistency, meeting attendance, field ministry, preparation, obedience, and loyal association are continually reinforced as stabilising safeguards inside Jehovah's organisation. And for that, the Jehovah's Witness pressure becomes spiritually, psychologically and physically corrosive because shame slowly teaches the Jehovah's Witness to fear exposure more than unresolved fracture. A married elder chooses hidden tabs before family worship begins. Another publisher begins praying less while speaking more confidently in public. Someone sits through the meeting carrying secret appetite, concealed messaging, fantasy, resentment, or private compromise beneath perfectly rehearsed spirituality. And for the Jehovah's Witness, with all this going on, nothing outwardly collapses. And that's why the shame survives so effectively. The body keeps carrying it silently. Sleep becomes restless. Eye contact shortens, and certain prayers start sounding repetitive, even to the person speaking them. And the scriptural witness moves directly into the hidden exhaustion that the Jehovah's Witnesses suffer. Romans 8:1 speaks against condemnation for those in Christ. Psalm 38:4 describes guilt becoming heavier than the person carrying it. 1 John 1:7 calls believers into honest light rather than concealed darkness. And for the Jehovah's Witness, pressure rarely arrives through screaming confrontation. Usually it arrives through internal accusation, private disgust. Carefully managed spirituality hiding inward fracture underneath the performance still being maintained publicly. The mirror light finally switches off. The hallway goes dark. Tomorrow's Watchtower remains folded neatly beside the bed, and somewhere underneath the silence, another Jehovah's Witness quietly wonders whether the guilt controlling them still sounds more familiar than the freedom that they are supposed to have. I'm Dr. JW, a youth theologist since 1994. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you like the content. Comment if you would to educate me, and share the video to help somebody else. Bye for now.